Do you think MJ made the right choice with LaMelo?
I can't imagine that he did. His shot, from what I've seen, looks broken like his brother's.
Who knows if he'll even last the year in the NBL?
Some teams say, we don't want the headache that could come along with this.
Whoa, hello.
This is not going to work, and I don't think anybody really thinks it is that's not named
Can we have
LeVar Ball.
There's something missing in the makeup of these kids. Do you see killer will in these kids? Do you see hunger, urgency? Do you see obsession with domination? Do you see? I don't sense it at all. I sense that they play basketball like it's a video game in their living room.
I've been seeing a lot of articles and videos stating that LaMelo Ball was exposed this preseason. And then after a few regular season games where he hasn't been the immediate star that some people expected, even more criticism has come LaMelo's way. People have looked at the missed shots, the turnovers, the bad decisions, and have come to the conclusion these are all signs of a much bigger problem. However, I'm here to tell everyone to take a step back and relax, because when looking at LaMelo's game as a whole, sure, there have been a lot of things to pick apart, but there have also been glimpses of true greatness. You know what I'm talking about. We've seen passes like this that just are not normal, that just look like a play that only an NBA star could make. I bring this up because if we're being honest here, everything LaMelo Ball does is looked at with a microscope. He was famous as an early teenager, and as the years have gone on, the opinions about Melo have jumped all over the place. At one point, it seemed like people had written Melo off, and then just a few months later, suddenly he was in contention for the #1 pick in the draft. That is the perfect example of how quickly people's opinions on LaMelo Ball's game can change, and personally, this does not surprise me because with someone like LaMelo, someone who we have seen grow up before our eyes, someone who we have watched play so often, there is a tendency to start to pick apart LaMelo's flaws rather than focus on what makes him truly great. And let it be known, after watching Melo's progress as a player so far, after analyzing his preseason and NBA games, I definitely have to agree with the statement that LaMelo Ball can be truly great. So what's up guys, Mike here, and yes, today we are going to look at both sides of the coin. We are going to look at why people think that the NBA has already exposed LaMelo Ball's flaws, and we are also going to talk about just how much better he can possibly become. Has he shown flashes of actual stardom? We will see. Now, we are going to dive deeper into LaMelo's play style as this video goes on, but for now, let's just talk about the base stats here, because by the end of the preseason, LaMelo had averaged 8.5 points, 5 rebounds, 3.75 assists, and 3.5 turnovers a game. But guys, before we continue, as I said before, today's video is sponsored by Current. Now guys, on this channel, as you know, we talk about the future a lot. We talk about the future of NBA players' careers, who's going to become an all-star, who's going to win the 2021 NBA championship. And as for Current, well, Current is the future of banking. Because if you did not know, Current is a mobile, real bank with a Visa debit card that is going to save you money, and I'm about to tell you how. Have you ever spent more in your bank account than you have and gotten charged by your bank? Well, Current has you covered with a free overdraft up to $100. Are you tired of taking out money and paying ATM fees? Those certainly add up a ton. Current has over 55,000 free ATMs. Do you want to earn points on your purchases and redeem them for cash? Current, of course, has that, and they are the only ones doing it. On top of this, Current has no hidden fees, no minimum balance requirement. Signing up for Current takes less than 2 minutes, and your card ships for free. So make sure to click the link in the description of this video or on the pinned comment of this video, or just go to current.com/Korzemba and sign up for Current and start saving money right now. Trust me guys, Current is awesome. You're not going to regret it. And for now, let's continue on with today's video. These stats were all right. What wasn't okay was that LaMelo also shot just 26% from the field on over 10 shots a game and shot just 27% from 3. If I'm being honest here, these are numbers that simply indicate we are not about to see a star rookie season from LaMelo. And yes, I know it was just the preseason, but if we take a look at guys like Trey or Ja or Luka, they all had clearly better stats that indicated that they were ready to step things up come the regular season. Those players would of course go on to put up elite rookie numbers, and the same thing happened for guys like Damian Lillard, Kyrie Irving, and John Wall. Trust me, there is something here when it comes to preseason stats. When it comes to a rookie guard having a big season, almost every time we are going to see a big time preview of that during the preseason. So where does that leave us with LaMelo? Well, it is at this point that I do want to talk about the fact that Melo is in an incredibly unique situation as a rookie this season, because because this year NBA rookies did not get a summer league to get their first mini welcome to the NBA moments. And from there, they also did not get months after that summer league to adjust their games to be ready for the preseason. If we're being completely real here, this was a very tough situation for every rookie. There have been countless cases of rookies who have struggled big time in the summer league only to have great rookie seasons because they were able to adjust their game, they were able to work on their flaws. This year's crop of NBA rookies did not get that chance, which is why it's understandable that guys like LaMelo and Anthony Edwards struggled in the preseason. And yes, I do understand guys like Cole Anthony did play better than LaMelo in the preseason, but as I said on Twitter in this tweet, different players grow at different rates. For instance, take a look at the early careers of players like Steve Nash, Gary Payton, Kyle Lowry, and Chauncey Billups. As you can see, all four of these rookie point guards had a less than promising first years to say the least, but the key was, just like with LaMelo, the tools to improve and the work ethic to become great in all of these players was there. It took Steve Nash 6 seasons to become an all-star at the age of 27, and he went on to become a 2-time MVP. Gary Payton's first all-star game came at the age of 25, Kyle Lowry at 28, Chauncey Billups at 29, and as we know, all 3 of these players became multiple-time all-stars and NBA champions. LaMelo certainly has a long time left to improve. The question though is, does he have the work ethic to do so, and are the tools there? Well, speaking of the tools, we all know that LaMelo's passing is transcendent. He has the type of court vision and basketball IQ that even good NBA players could only dream of. Jalen Rose recently compared LaMelo to Jason Kidd, and I certainly agree with a lot of what he said.
You're seeing from Melo is a lot of that passing guys open, giving up good shots to get great shots. That's the court vision that you saw from Jason Kidd.
When he's on the court, LaMelo always looks like he's having a great time, and he's always hyping his teammates up. This leads to just better team chemistry in general, and you can see the effect it has on the Hornets. Everyone on that roster suddenly starts to hype each other up more when LaMelo makes a big play. On top of this, when LaMelo is on the court, it always looks like everyone is always ready to make the extra pass. Again, LaMelo's playstyle is contagious. Now, as for his jump shot, which has always been his brother's biggest question mark, as we all know, LaMelo has struggled somewhat with his jump shot in the NBA so far. With that said, we are working with a very small sample size, and what is very important to me here is that when we watch LaMelo's shot, we can immediately pick up on something that has been huge for his shooting accuracy lately and will be huge going forward. Because watch his feet here as he barely jumps off the ground. This is what LaMelo's shot has looked like in the NBA compared to what LaMelo's shot looked like overseas. As you can see, overseas, LaMelo jumped a lot higher off the ground, but now he is jumping a lot less, which shooting coaches have said has paid off greatly for his shooting accuracy. And with that said, yes, LaMelo's shot has still been inconsistent and his percentages have been less than great, but the theme of this video is that LaMelo is a work in progress, and unlike his brother, he does not need to completely adjust his shot form in order to become an elite shooter. The form is already there, he just needs to put up more shots in practice, and that, combined with more in-game experience, will make him a better shooter. Speaking of that, LaMelo has the determination to become an elite level player, he has the work ethic to fix his flaws, and it is these two things that make me truly believe that LaMelo is going to progress tremendously as his career goes on, because circling back to the work ethic now, all of LaMelo's teammates and coaches rave about Melo's determination to get better. They have referred to him as a sponge who lives to soak up basketball knowledge, and we hear endless quotes like this one from Josh Boone, his former teammate from overseas. Boone said he was willing to listen to older guys like me, like David Anderson, who's played in the NBA as well. He would take our advice into account, he was always looking to get better. And what's even more promising is this quote from his head coach, James Borrego. This is a guy that wants to be great. He doesn't just talk about it, he lives it. He's got an infectious spirit, his energy, his desire to be great, his desire to make the most out of players around him, that excites me. So for me, it's a joy to have someone in the program that I'm not going to have to wear this guy out to get him in the gym. He's just in the gym, he wants to be in the gym. This is absolutely huge, and I completely believe it. By all accounts, LaMelo lives and breathes basketball, and I am positive that he is going to become a much better player because of this. Just how much better remains to be seen, which brings me to something I want to talk about, because I am somewhat afraid of how the Hornets are currently handling LaMelo during games this season. Now, when it comes to Melo's flaws, it's obvious that the 3 biggest things he struggles with are defense, decision-making, and consistency. These are 3 things that are going to improve a lot by watching film and also by getting more in-game experience, which is why I'm confused as to why LaMelo is only averaging 17 minutes a game right now. Sure, it is early in the season, alone, but several other rookies are already averaging a lot more minutes, as those teams understand rookies develop by playing. Personally, I think the Hornets need to have a better understanding of what their team is capable of this year, because let's be real here, Charlotte is probably not going to make the playoffs, and they are definitely not anything close to a real championship contender, which raises the question, why is LaMelo not playing more? And sure, looking at his current stats, I understand that Melo has not exactly been dominant, but we have to remember again, he is a rookie that needs court time and experience in order to get better. So while I understand that in certain games, especially in the beginning of the season when you're going for a win, you do want to play your more experienced players more, as a franchise though, you need to make sure you are getting your potential rookie star out there as much as possible. You need him to grow as a player. And to me, the biggest indication of a problem here came in game 2, when in 15 minutes, LaMelo put up 13 points and grabbed 5 rebounds. Despite these numbers though, and despite the fact that LaMelo was confident in having the best game of his young career, Melo was pulled from the game and only played 6 minutes in the second half. These are the type of moments that can be really huge for a young player's confidence, but the Hornets yanked Melo only after 15 minutes played, a ridiculous decision if you are truly trying to develop a player. And it's not like Devontae Graham or Terry Rozier were exactly lighting the world on fire. Graham would finish the game shooting 4 for 16 while Rozier shot 5 for 15. And personally to me, the remarks of Hornets head coach James Borrego just make things worse. He said, quote, "I thought LaMelo played extremely well tonight. I'll look at the film and see what that looks like. Maybe there are some more minutes for him." What? More minutes? What is the problem here? Yes, LaMelo is a work in progress, especially on defense, but he's only going to learn by playing. Get your top 5 draft pick on the court when he's having a great game. It's that simple. Borrego would also go on to say, "It's tough. There are a lot of guys that are capable of handling minutes. I've got to juggle that rotation. LaMelo's got to do his part. It's my job to do what's best for this club." Well, for one thing, what's best for the Hornets, a team that again is probably not going to make the playoffs, is developing their young players when they can. What's also weird about this statement is that he said LaMelo's got to do his part. Well, in game 2, LaMelo was doing his part, so play him. Also, if LaMelo has to do his part in order to earn minutes, what about guys like Devontae Graham, who in 3 games is averaging 35.3 minutes, despite the fact that he's shooting under 30% from the field? It's not like Graham has been playing like an all-star this season. It just feels like Graham's mistakes are getting swept under the rug, while LaMelo's mistakes are causing him to get yanked from the game. Now, hopefully this is just an early season thing. Hopefully LaMelo does get more minutes, because again, when he plays, he is absolutely electric. You just can't take your eyes off him. And as I mentioned, I do think LaMelo has the tools to become a star player in this league. He just needs the experience, he needs playing time to grow, and I hope Charlotte gives him that. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe for more NBA videos just like this one. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much for supporting. You're awesome. We all know it. And as always, have an awesome day, guys, and cue that music. And guys, I do want to remind you to right now go click the link in my description. Go and get yourself a Current Black Premium card, because as we've already said, Current is the future of banking and is going to save you a lot of money. If you're still here while the music is cued, here are 2 videos I think you are definitely going to enjoy. Make sure to click on one of them. Again, I know you're gonna love it. And other than that, have a great day and peace.